All right, all right. What's going on, party people? This your man Griff. I'm gonna just be straight with you. Some people might not like this video. Some of y'all might just unsubscribe to me and not want to have nothing else to do with me. That's your choice. But I'm gonna have to deal with this directly because I'm honestly confused and don't understand what's happening here and why people aren't getting what I'm saying. Um, and I've addressed this, you know, and as I do a deeper thought on it, and I talked to my wife about it, and I was like, "What's happening?" She's like, "They're not listening. They're not watching your videos." Because at the beginning, it's like on the top of my head, I'm like, I don't know why people aren't getting it. But then when I start thinking about it, talking to my wife, talking to a couple of friends, like, okay, what's going on? And there's people who know that I talked to, and they're like, "Well, Griff, you've answered that. You said this." And people will look at the comments, and they were like, and they'll text me or call me, and they'll be like, "Griff, didn't you answer that a couple of videos ago?" I'm like, "Yeah." "Didn't you say that before?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I'm not getting it. I don't understand what's not translating." If and I'm coming from the standpoint of if you actually watch the video. If you watch the video, then my question is, why don't you understand what I said? So there's four things that I'm going to deal with here, and it's not meant to offend anyone, which it may offend people. It's not directed to any one person because even though you might have asked me a question even today, and I've had questions come through email as well as through the comment section. I've had questions come through text messages. I've had people call me. Irregardless of how you communicated or when you communicated to me, it's not really directed at you per se. It's to just go ahead on and get this out here so that honestly, so people will stop asking me the same question over and over again that I've clearly answered. I don't know why my eye acting up. All of a sudden now. So my eye turned red. Don't worry about it. I'll be all right. So marketing. Okay. Question came in, and this first is marketing and getting orders. I've done videos about getting orders. Okay, so let me deal with the getting orders first because the question came up about today asking me, and I have to look at the question. It says, and again, this isn't directed to this person, but people have asked me this question before, and people, just so y'all will understand, people ask me a lot of questions offline. Okay, they ask me a lot of stuff offline, primarily via email or email and phone call. So it's the question is you talk about getting out and doing. Maybe if you could talk about marketing. How are you getting the orders for those that don't know? I've shared over and over and over again how I'm getting my orders. I'm getting my orders because I'm on signing platforms. I'm on those signing platforms, which are signature closers, SnapDocs, signing order, bank serve, CX choice, nationwide signing service, nssnotary.com. I've shared this multiple times. Multiple times I've shared this. I am on those platforms. The reason why they select me is because from way back, as I've said before, and I'm going to be saying this thing in 2018, 2019, when none of y'all was in this business, I was out there taking orders. I was doing any kind of order that came across, didn't care, wasn't sitting up here whining and complaining like a lot of the people y'all listen to. And that's part of the problem is that y'all listening to those folk, and then listen, and you come to my videos and you sort of sparsely listen to what I'm saying, and then you go back to them because they're hitting you in your emotions will touch that for some of y'all, not everybody. Or you just like the controversy and what they're saying and they fussing, or you like their aesthetics. Okay, You like their aesthetics. Okay. I'm just being straight with you. People present themselves in such a way to pull you in. Ooh, especially you fellas. Ooh, they're showing you their aesthetics. Okay. And then you're like, okay, I'm going to look. They talk the talk for you ladies. Oh, wow, you got that. And you look at the, wow, I wish I could. And they get you that way. And then you all caught up into that mess. But I'm on those platforms. And back when nobody was caring about this notary business, I was out there grinding. I was out there doing work. I wasn't sitting on YouTube doing anything. I didn't even know anything about YouTube. I just showed y'all the video from November 2020 when I first went full time. I had already been full time since July of 2018. Well, that's when I got my first order, probably June. In June of 2018, when I opened up the business, Griffin Notary Services, got commissioned back in April of 2018. So I've been doing this since 2018 and I've been taking orders and I'm doing the same thing that I've been doing. Haven't stopped, won't stop. I'm going to keep going. Okay. And just so the reason why I had to check that because signing order at this particular time that I'm doing this video has been having an issue and some people aren't able to log in. Okay. I can't log in to submit my scan backs and the people who I'm trying to send them to said they can't even log in. The signing company can't even log in. So, and I've asked other notaries, hey, can you get in? And some of them saying they can, some of them saying they can't. So that's why I was been waiting on that email to find out what the heck is going on. But I was grinding back then. Okay. So the reason why I'm getting orders without quote unquote marketing and telling the whole world that I'm here and doing my Google profile and going around and like I got my cards now, but I wasn't doing that. I wasn't going out giving cookies and donuts and all of that. And I shared this over and over again. That's why I don't understand why so many of you don't get it. Okay. And again, I know this might tick some people off. You might want to click off the video. He fussing. Yes, I'm fussing a little bit because you're missing some points here that's causing you maybe not to move forward in your business. But while I was out there doing that, I did the work. When they called, I said, yes, I'm ready. Okay, where you want me to go? I went and did it. So those people, now that times are tight and and they're looking for somebody to do the orders, they're like, well, we've been working with Griff for 3 years. We've been working with Griff for 5 years. We know Griff, okay, we know we can depend and rely on him. That's why I'm getting the orders. It's that simple. If you have somebody in your life that you can depend on, that you can rely on, that can be there for you, they don't have to market to you. You just know you can call them up and okay, boom. I have people who call me, they don't even submit the orders out. They call me, they're signing companies, they're on SnapDocs, they're on signing order. They call me and say, hey, are you available? Yes, I am. Okay, cool. We'll send it over to you now. They have that right and ability to do that. But the question is, when you got in this business, were you actually going out there and doing the work and were you doing it correctly? Because some people, and not necessarily the person who presented this question to me, but many people who have presented this question to me and keep asking me this over and over again from the past, and they're still asking me now, a lot of them, you didn't go out there and do work. You complained and you had this little prince or princess mentality of this is beneath me. It ain't worth it. I ain't doing that. Okay, so they stopped sending you orders. You communicated to them that you ain't rocking with them. So they said, we ain't rocking with you. And they moved on to somebody who would rock with them and that they're okay with rocking with. Okay. They're okay, rock, you dancing with, moving with, you're someone who you cool with and you're really ready to go. Okay, let's do business. So you made your stand and you said, I ain't doing that. That's beneath me. That's just too much. I ain't signed up to do that. I don't spend too much money on this stuff back here. And I ain't get no, I need more money. Well, they don't have the more money to give you for whatever reason, but they said the CD says they do, you're all into that. So you're not doing work. So guess what? 3-4 years later, when times are tight, you can't get any work. That's really where it's at. Okay. That's really where it's at. So why am I getting work? Because one, you don't see me in anybody's Facebook group complaining, whining, and any other language or word you want to use that's very, very explicit about the orders. You don't see me doing that. You cannot find a post out there where I'm saying, yeah, that's right. What's wrong with these people? Ooh, damn it. Because those companies are in there, and you have these untrustworthy notaries who are snitching on y'all and lying and telling people, telling y'all you need to fuss about the orders, but then they go and report you to those signing companies and those title companies. Look at so and so, they fussing about your. I'm grateful for the $80. But the other notary, look at, and they telling on y'all, and y'all sitting up there falling right into it. That's part of the reason why you might not be getting any orders. So I'm getting work because I'm willing to go out there and do the work. Sunday, I'm doing the work. Christmas, I do the work. I get out there and do the work. I'm not, and I get it. Most of you want to market and just put an advertisement out there, and then you think everybody's going to come flooding to you. Do you realize the business that we're in? We're in a business that is purely service oriented, meaning when somebody has something that needs a signature on it, notarized, that's when they need us. This is not something where you can just go around and say, okay, I'm coming to notarize today. And then you just start notarizing documents just because they got these documents just laying in their house. No, it don't work that way. This ain't like a car wash. Oh, we had a snow yesterday, so now you hop in your car and you got all your stuff and you just start washing cars. No, no, it don't work that way. It don't work that way. I mean, that's like you trying to start a daggone automatic car wash in Amish country. They got horse and buggies up there, and you're marketing to the Amish. Well, you listen to some dude in Texas talking about, yeah, I got 13 car washes and I'm making, 15 million a year through my car washes. I'm gonna do that. And then you up here in the Amish area, and then you start opening up, and you open up, not even you open up a automatic car wash business dead smack in Amish country. And you sitting here trying to figure out why nobody won't come get their horse and buggy wash because it's a car wash that you got. You're thinking that just because you market it or that you have a business and you market it, people are just supposed to come. You got to have what people need. And if the need isn't there, then guess what? Nobody's going to rock with you. It's that simple. So many of you, your marketing, nobody want to mess with you because they don't have a need for you. The signing companies had a need for you, but you took training from people who said what? Don't do signing companies. Go direct. Go direct. And you said, I'm going to go direct. Well, guess what? The direct people, and I've covered this in many videos, only got so much orders for you because they primarily local in your area. Your direct, we'll use my city, your direct company in Virginia Beach has clients in Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, Suffolk, Norfolk, Portsmouth. And guess what? Any orders that they may have that's for another state, you're not doing them because guess what? You're in their state. If they got a state, if they got an order for a couple, somebody who's in Virginia Beach that goes to Montana to visit their grandbabies, they're not sending you to Montana. They're getting a notary over there. So they only got so much that business that they have here. But the signing companies who's working nationwide got orders somewhere everywhere. And if you do work with your direct as well as with the signing companies, you'll have more work to do. And when that signing company who's in California or Chicago or wherever has a client who has a client that's in your neighborhood, then you can possibly get the order. But you're not thinking that way. You're thinking that, oh, I'm gonna just market, I'm gonna just put a poster up online. I'm here, do my Canva on Instagram, and they'll come. It don't work that way. And y'all know it's not working that way for the majority of you. There are a few that it is, but you got to ask yourself, and you really need to ask them what's going on. Well, give me the details, but you won't. Okay. I know y'all said, man, Griffith's fuss. I'm not trying to be fussy, but this is the only way I can communicate this here. I just got to get it out. Okay. I just got to get it out. Marketing. I've shared with y'all that up until recently, I don't market. I don't know why y'all can't understand this. And I'm not trying to be funny. And if you want to be offended, fine, you be offended. This, that, and the other. You don't want to subscribe, look at, block me, whatever. But I keep sharing with y'all. I'm not trying, I'm being transparent. I don't market. It is not my strong suit. I have issues when it comes to marketing because my thought process is I'm here to do the job and give me a shot. And a lot of the people, when you go in there to talk to them, they shoot you down before then. And that offends me, just to be honest with you. And personally, I'm not a salesperson. So me and Lori Morgan was talking about this. She's great at sales. She works in sales. So getting shot down doesn't bother her. It bothers me. So I have to find another way to get the same level of business that all of y'all who are marketing getting without me marketing. And the way that I get it is by being available when those of you who are marketing, not talking about Lori, when you are marketing and they call you and say, hey, are you available? And you say no. That's why I said, and this is a phrase that I coined, the number one way to market your business is to be ready to do business. So now the question is at this point in time of this here video, are you ready to do business when somebody call you? And it's not about, well, I'm ready to do business if it's 10 minutes away. I'm ready to do business if it's around the corner. I'm ready to do business if it's between 9 and 10 in the morning. No, are you ready to do business when they're ready to do business? Because if you're not ready to do business when they're ready to do business, then you're not doing business. It's that simple. And especially when you have listed your 24 hours. I get more business from people who say they're 24 hours. And when they get called, oh nah, I can't. No, I mean, I'm not really 24 hours. Then I get a call. I got you covered. There's work that I do that I don't even talk to y'all about. I don't tell y'all everything. Just like I don't expect y'all to tell me everything. But I do business, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah. They call me up. I think I mentioned recently, I don't know if I did, Christmas night, 9 o'clock, I get a phone call because there was other notaries who dissed this person who just ghosted them. And they called me and were like, can you please come do this power of attorney? I went over there, did it at 9 o'clock at night, and I physically wasn't feeling good. I was under the weather, but I got up and I went and took care of the person. $25. That was the fee. They paid me 50. Why am I getting work? Because I go out there and do work. It's not about just the marketing. I spent 4 days doing this, and I was still iffy about mailing them out because I don't like the rejection. Okay. That's just the truth of the matter. I'm cool with admitting that. I felt that there was no pride to not really, it's just no, but that's just because that's the way I am. And each one of us is different. And that's the beauty about this life that we've been blessed to live in. So, and like I said, what I would just recently said, another phrase that I've coined: accept where you are, but respect where everybody else is. I accept that I don't like the rejection. I have issues with that because I'm coming in ready to help you and to do for you, and then you want to sit here and shoot me down before you even give me a chance at all. You get what I'm saying? That's my problem. I mean, I've literally given my business card to people, and I've seen the front desk person throw my stuff in the trash. That does something to a person. And it's like, bump y'all. But then guess what? Somewhere along the line, that same company ends up calling me. And then when I walk in there to pick up my check, that front desk person looked like, oh. And they don't know that I know they threw my business card away, but I can see in their forehead, they're visualizing that they threw my business card away. Oh, hey. Or some of them act like they don't even remember me. And I'm like, you remember me? I gave you my card. I think you put it on your desk over there near the trash can. And I said that one time. Oh, you put it over there by your desk, in your drawer over there by the trash can. That was me letting them know, I think you threw it in the trash. That's what's going on out here. And me personally, I don't like that kind of mess, and I don't think we as human beings need to be treating each other like that. However, there are. See, this is different from the spam calls that people that call you the spammers and stuff, and they scam. They trying to get over on you. They called me up. Hey, yeah, I like to tell you about what I know how to build websites myself. Yeah, but click. I ain't got time for that. Okay, I just shared with you. I build websites myself. I don't need your services. Boom. Because and I listen to them to a point. Okay, and how's it? Well, sir, I already have that. I try to give them the same courtesy, but it's when they get pushy, then that click. I'm not pushy. Hey, I'm Griffin Notaries. Oh, we don't need notaries. That's oh, okay. Thank you. No problem. Y'all have a good day. I'm out. But it's when you listen to me and you take my material and then I wait and I know that okay, by now you done turn and then I take a quick glance and I see you throwing it in the trash. If the business owner knew that you did that to another business owner, hmm, that's I'm getting off topic now. But this is marketing. I'm not it's not my strong suit. When I focus on it, I can do it. Okay. So I'm just giving y'all some context. So why I don't talk about marketing? Because I'm not the best person to talk about marketing. As I've said before, people teach out of their experience and what they're good at. I'm not good at marketing at all. So if you don't hear me getting on stuff, it's either because I'm not that great at it or I just don't really see a purpose in talking about it. Like Ron, I'm real good at Ron, but I don't see a reason to talk about Ron because the Ron platform that I use is Verify, and none of y'all want to pay the money to be on Verify. Y'all want somebody to give you work. Verify doesn't give you work. You want somebody to hand you stuff. Verify doesn't hand you stuff. You got to do your own marketing and stuff for that. And all of the clients that I've gotten has been from word of mouth. So you say, well, how do you get these direct clients? Because I do great work for other people and companies who I do great work for. There's several title companies here. They tell other people to, if you need something done via Ron, give Griff a call. If you need a closing done online, give Griff a call. If you need a power of attorney done online, give Griff a call. That's how I get my direct clients. I've never marketed directly until now. I've never directly marketed to a company and gotten them as a client. I've tried it, it didn't work. I moved on from it and I said, I'm gonna just go out here and do the work. Okay. So, marketing, if you're not gonna hear me talk a whole lot about marketing because that is not my strong suit. Plus, each area is different. I don't know your area. Some of you live in rural areas, some of you don't want to drive, all of these different factors. So, I don't mess with that. And there are enough people out there that are talking about marketing that sound like they know what they're doing, that you're willing to spend all this money to fine. But guess what? Many of you ain't even using the marketing techniques and tactics or whatever they're teaching you. Now, let's get to the printing, okay? People keep asking me, well, no, let me get to the rental car first. So the four questions that people are asking me, what about how you getting these orders? What is your marketing? Why you aren't talking about marketing? And I just thought about a fifth one. Okay, I'm gonna have to do that one last. You're not talking. Wow, keep asking me about printing, and then they keep asking about rental car, and the other one is this G&W about general notary work, and I'm gonna deal with that last. So rental car, I just said in my Fritter Friday, in the first 5 minutes, that I still rent cars. I've said multiple times in videos, I still rent cars. Because I keep getting asked, well, do you still rent cars? What is your thoughts on renting cars? And I'm like, and I got videos out there that talk about me renting cars. Okay. Case in point. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all. If you go on YouTube, Griffin Notary rental, just that Griffin Notary rental, it's right there. Using a rental car for business. The videos is right there. Okay. The video is right there. Using rental car for business. Same thing. People keep asking me about printers, notary printer. I got a playlist. All these here. And see this video here, mobile printer setup. This is the video that gets me the most questions. Like, so do you still do this? Well, first of all, I don't do this anymore. Okay, but I'm gonna get to that in a second. Okay. So I still rent cars. I've been doing it for maybe a decade. I rent a car. I do it each month. I've said it multiple times and I'm still doing it. If I buy a car and I stop renting, I will announce it. Okay. I will let everybody know. The question that I have is this: how does this help you out in your business? Because a lot of people who ask me these questions, you haven't even gotten started in your business, or you're iffy about doing the business. You're still here. And the thing is, the rental car part, if you already own a car, you really, to me, you shouldn't be worrying about that. Now, I know some people are like, well, I'm gonna be putting a lot of wear and tear on my car. That's a part of life. You're gonna put wear and tear on your car anyway. It's that simple. That's just the way I look at it. So even if I did own a car, I don't complain. And I have owned a car, owned two cars. Yeah, I wore them out driving, doing Amazon, all of that. Part of it. I'm like, it is what it is. I'm trying to do business. It is what it is. I rent cars now. I drive them. I pay for the gas, all of that. Renting, doing the rental car runs me about $1,000 a month. Yeah, that's more than if I bought a car, but then the maintenance that I would have to pay out still probably equals about the same, because I would need to do probably a transmission flush every three months and probably an oil change every other month. I will be changing brakes and tires a whole lot more. So I get where you're coming from, but that's the part of being a business owner. This is where we're at. So either you are down with it or you're not. There's a cost. And unfortunately, a lot of these individuals who y'all have been talking to have not communicated to you the true cost of doing business. And you're finding out the hard way. And now you done bought and you're like, oh, snap. What do I do now? And for some of you, you haven't even bought this and you're concerned about rental cars and all of that. You got to get yourself to a point where you can do business with what you have. If you have a car, just know you're going to be driving it. If you don't like driving, if you don't want to put wear and tear on your Mercedes or your Escalade and all of that, and you don't have the money or the means to either rent a car or buy or something else that you can just drive around in for this, then I don't know what to say. Okay. But I still rent cars. Okay. If I stop, I will tell you. Okay. And I'm doing this video so that when people ask me in the future, and for those new people, you knew this, the frustration isn't toward you, but there's people who look at my videos, or they say they look at my videos, and then they ask me questions, and I'm like, I just did that video 2 days. Oh, I haven't looked at that. But I looked at your videos. Well, how many? Well, about 5 or 6. I got over 1,000. So people are saying they're looking at the videos. They got these questions. The answers is contained in the videos, but they don't really want to watch the videos. That's really what it boils down to. They really don't want to watch the videos. And I get it. You know, you're busy watching all these other people and their drama and stuff. I get it. Printing. I do not print from my car. I have no need to print from my car. The only reason why I printed from my car was because I was working a W-2 and it was not efficient for me to go back home to print. I was able to just, like, if I have the printer in my car, I can print once I get off work. Matter of fact, I could print when I'm on my lunch break. And I only did it in the wintertime. I did not have the printer in the summer. There was no printer in the summertime. It was just the fall and winter time because I was not going to have my printer sitting in a hot car all day long. I used to cover it with a moving blanket so nobody would know what was in there. And as you saw in the video, it was strapped down and all of that. And in that video is links in the description to everything that I bought. Period. When I did the printing, I did not do it via Wi-Fi. I printed and scanned with the printer cable. Now I know some young folk, you may not understand it, but there's a thing called a printer cable. And that cable goes from the printer to the laptop, from the scanner to the laptop as a point of connection. Like your printer monitor cable goes from your printer to your laptop or your desktop. That's how I connect. Didn't print. Not saying that I connected the monitor to my computer, then print it, but the scanner and the printer was physically connected via a cable because it is not wise or smart to try to use your Wi-Fi in your car or from your phone to try. No, you're not setting. Don't do that. Just print, and it's a lot faster. That's the way I print it. Okay, and in the video here, right here, cable. That is the printer cable. Right there, that is the printer cable. Um, you can see it right there. That is the printer cable. I was using a printer cable to connect to my computer. I don't know if it shows on my scanner. Yeah, you see right here, and that right there is the cable going in to the printer. Okay, that's the cable for the power. But I matter of fact, what I did was I used the same cable for the printer and scanner. That's right. I forgot about that. I was using the same printer cable, the same cable I could use for the printer and scanner. So I would print and then I would hook this up, the scanners in the back, and then scan using the same cable because I was not printing and scanning at the same time. Okay. So that's what I was doing. But I don't do that anymore. And here, and you see right here, you see what this is? This is that moving blanket that I was telling you about. I had a heavy duty moving blanket, and that's what I used to cover up my equipment in the trunk of the car, okay, or in the back seat, wherever I had it at. I used a moving blanket that I got from Harbor Freight, okay. That's what I did with the printing. Now, let me show y'all this because people are still asking, well, if you don't do it anymore, when would you do it? Because that's the next question. And honestly, in my opinion, I don't think that even should be a question. I don't do it anymore, okay. But if I did, which I have not had to do, honestly, I have not been in a situation that I've had to do it since I've been full time. Only time that I would do something if, and it has not come up because nobody's willing to pay the money to me to do this, which is to work over here in what is called the Eastern Shore, this area over here, which can be up to, which is at minimum an hour away from me. Where this little star is, this is where I live at down here. And then they want me to go drive over here and sometimes all the way up to here, which is over here is Maryland. This is the state line. And they don't want to pay people enough money to go over there because the internet is bad, very, very spotty, and all of that. So if they had me going over here, and especially if they wanted me to actually scan from over there for some quick turnaround because it's like a commercial loan or whatever, then yes, I would take my equipment with me. But thus far, I have not been in that situation and have not had a need for it. Even when I do go over here, the few times that I have, I will go and do everything over here. And then I still will drive back and I will tell them I'm going to be driving back. It's going to take me an hour and 20 minutes. So you will get the scans when I get back. That's what I do. Sometimes if they need me to go way out here, in Franklin, Windsor, or Smithfield, yeah, I may need to, but that's very few and far between. If I'm going up here in the Williamsburg area, maybe. If I'm going over here in the Gloucester area, maybe. But that's very few and far between. And I have enough work down here that I don't have to worry about doing a lot of the stuff over here, Eastern Shore, and way over here in Williamsburg and Gloucester. I don't have to worry about that. So therefore, I don't worry about that. I literally don't think about that. The battery is sitting downstairs, the inverter is downstairs. Every now and then I plug it up just to make sure that it's working, or the battery is charged. I charge the battery up, but I don't use it. I don't need to. Okay. So I don't print from my car anymore. I have enough time being full time in this business when I get the orders to print from here. And if the orders are late, I still print from here. It's that simple. What about being on time for the customer? It ain't my fault that they got me the documents late. Sir, ma'am, I'll be there as soon as I can. No problem, Griff. We'll see you. And yes, they know me as Griff because that's how I introduce myself. And I communicate with everybody. The signing company, hey, we sorry, we've already told the customer. I call the customer, let them know. And here's, if you want a trick or a tip or whatever, I say a tip. When you print your documents on an order that you late for, that you're getting ready to go to, as soon as you print them, they're going to be nice and warm. As soon as you print them, put them in your folder, stick them in your bag, and zip the bag up, because the bag will keep them nice and warm, so that when you get to the customer and you hand them their copy, instead of holding it off to the back, I give them my copy I get there. Here's your copy, and they feel that, oh wow, this is warm. Yeah, because I just printed. Because I want them to know that I wasn't lying to you. I just printed your documents, and they're like, oh okay, and it is impressive to them. Like, oh okay, so you weren't like, no, I wasn't. And I think might have had one person that was like, "Oh, okay, well, you really did." I said, "I told you." Oh, okay, I didn't. And they were basically alluding like, "Oh, I just thought you was just BSing me." No, I just got the documents and printed. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, that's something that I do, and it sort of came about by happen chance. I printed, stuck them in the bag, zipped it up, went over there, took them out. My mind was so I didn't even realize the document was warm. Put them on the table, say, "Yeah, here's your copy." And the guy was like, "Wow, oh, these are still warm." I wasn't late or anything, but it just happened to be some warm documents. So that's how I got it. Now, to finish this video up, and there was no short way I could do all of this because I had to give context. I could have just, but y'all know that ain't me. General notary work. I don't do, and I just did a video about it. I only do 2.2% of it. Okay. I'm mentioning it again in this video in case somebody said, well, you didn't say general notary work. I only do 2% of my orders for the last 2 years of general notary work. There's nothing, in my opinion, that really needs to be talked about with regards to general notary work. I'm not going to do like them suckers on Instagram is doing, trying to teach you how to do power of attorneys and print them and prepare them and all of that and go draft them. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to teach you or talk to you about how to do a will. I'm not going to talk to you about doing any of those documents because that is not my job. That is not my role. That is not my responsibility as a commissioned non-minister, non-attorney notary in the state of Virginia. I will be doing unauthorized practice of law. If you want to know how to do those things, go figure it out. That's on you, and don't ask me about it. Don't ask me about how to prepare a will, power of attorney, or some legal document. The only thing you need to know about general notary work is how to fill out the notarial certificates. It's that simple. It's that simple. Okay. As far as trying to this teaching an NSA, I'm a notary. I'm not a notary signing agent. I'm not a loan signing agent. I will use those terms because I know that's what y'all are used to hearing, but I don't view myself as that. I view myself as a notary public. And if you understand how to properly notarize, There is no special training that you need to have to get an NSA to understand the importance of general note. That's on that whoever they took their training from to be an NSA or LSA, that's on them. You need to go talk to them about why they aren't teaching them the importance of general notary work on the community and all of that. That ain't that. I'm not taking that on. I'm not taking that on because when you took an oath to be a notary, that was the whole point behind it. But if you got diverted or diverted to I'm an NSA and I'm so special, that's between you and the person you paid $500 to. I ain't touching that. Okay, y'all grown. Y'all are grown people. And if y'all can't figure out the game that people are playing on y'all, then that's on you. I've been trying to warn, not even trying, I've been warning y'all, showing y'all, people in the comment section been telling y'all, and y'all still keep going for the okie doke. You still want to believe that this person you done paid all this money to is legit, allegedly, unlegit. I'm just saying that's on you. So again, you want to be upset with me? Fine, fine. But I will say this here: these same questions and concerns that you have, I hope you're asking those other people who aren't doing the stuff that you say I'm not doing. People say, well, you ain't talking about marketing enough. Well, they're not talking about how to be a notary. They're not talking about how to properly notarize the documents. Are you asking them those questions? You're asking me about, well, aren't you talking about general notary work enough? Or why aren't you, are you asking them why they're not talking about how to properly notarize and fill out the notarial certificates? Because if you're going to ask me those questions, then I hope you asking them, I hope you asking them those questions. It's that simple. Pay them their money because you know they charge you $30 for 10 minutes of talk time. So pay them $30 so you can talk to them for 10 minutes and ask them, why don't you talk about how to notarize the documents properly? You ain't doing that, are you? No, you're not. You're not. And I've shared with y'all over the years why I don't address and deal with certain things. It's that simple. So I hope this video helped. I understand if you're upset with me. I understand if I never hear from you again. I understand if you unsubscribe. I understand if you stop being a YouTube channel member. I understand because you're grown and you can do whatever you want. But you still have a responsibility to do the business that you paid money to be in. Whether you like me or not, whether you agree with me or not, whether you like them, agree with them, at the end of the day, you signed up for this. You supposed to be doing it. The question is, are you going to go do it? If you are, great. If you're not, I can't do anything about it. And this is how these other people take advantage of y'all because you don't want to do your own research. You don't want to like actually listen. Okay. Oh, so yeah, I see. Yeah, I watched the video. Griff said that he rents a car. So do you still rent cars? I just said in the video I went and picked up a rental car. I mean, but yeah, you didn't say that you still rent cars. Why do I need to say that? And why is it important? This is where we're at right now, people. And this is what's stopping many of you from moving forward in this business. I don't know what else I can do to help, but I'm gonna keep pushing this forward, pushing forward as much as I can, and I'm gonna do all that I know to do. And that's gonna be on y'all. So I appreciate y'all. You can dislike this video as much as you want, whatever you want. You grown, you're gonna do what you want to do. But I'm gonna keep pushing forward and doing what I can for those who want to be helped and those who are trying to move forward in this business. And if you come along for the ride, then cool. If not, peace.